What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ultras 11. I'm Joe.
And I'm Alex.
And as much as we want to talk about the Premier League and how the resurgence is happening with Man U, Arsenal's bottling it.
We got bigger things coming.
Champions League is back.
I
was honestly, it's crazy. I was literally saying to myself, like, yo, should I start singing the song?
No,
but I don't have
dude,
the voice like you.
How can you not, man?
But
dude, I'm my team's not even fucking in it, and I'm actually like so amped.
It's crazy.
For
yeah.
the next 2 days of
my
Champions
team
League soccer.
We play Thursday nights.
Both our teams
play Thursday nights.
Though.
But I'm not even looking forward to those games. I look forward to Champions League way more actually because it's actually competitive.
It's just different.
There's always an upset. There's always
man.
some sort of team that shouldn't be knocked out that gets knocked out.
I'm sorry, Joe. This is the only time you guys are ever gonna hear me praise Roma. But man, that Roma Barca game, I still get goosebumps from that game, and I'm not even a Roma fan.
That's what I mean, dude. There's always some sort of poetry that happens.
Brings those kind of moments in those games, man, and it's true. It's a different kind of football, and that we don't obviously every weekend we're not fortunate enough to be watching unless the Super League comes in, but Now we got Champions League back, man.
It's true.
And what a better time in February. You know, February's a pretty big month. It's also my birthday coming up soon. No big deal, but it's the best month.
It's the month of
Champions
love.
League month. See, tomorrow everyone's talking about Valentine's Day.
Well, I work tomorrow night, but yeah.
Champions League, baby.
That's all that really matters.
What's tomorrow? Champions League.
Champions League is back, and we start off with Milan versus the Spurs.
I'm actually very excited for that game.
It's a very curious game, though, because Milan's never beaten Tottenham. They've met 4 times, and they've lost 3 out of 4 times.
It's not even... For me, okay, I mean, besides that point of it, it's just for me, I'm excited to see Milan in Champions League again. Now, like, not just the group stage, okay, yeah, they've made it the last couple of years, but now they've actually made it past that. To see them in the knockout rounds now, I want to see how Milan does. Because I know right now they're not in the best form. They don't have, a Champions League team maybe yet. But they just have that DNA, and, will that be enough to get them past the Spurs? That we got to see.
Well, DNA goes a long way, especially
in Champions League, man. That's what I mean.
You saw Real Madrid and how they played as well. Like, it's
nobody expected that.
Yeah,
last year.
it's literally just like they have that championship DNA.
Yeah, and
they know what it takes to make it and push themselves to that final step.
Yeah, exactly.
But both Milan and Spurs are kind of green again in regards to Champions League soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Conte could kind of get the monkey off his back and do something in Europe finally, or do you think like?
If he is going to get something started, I feel like Milan's the best opponent to do it on because, I mean, at the end of the day, everybody knows what Conte can do in Italy. He knows Italian teams probably the best out of majority of the coaches in Champions League right now. So if there's anybody that's going to any team that he's going to get it started against and get the Spurs going, is going to be Milan.
Well, yeah, it is a very good matchup. It's a very even matchup.
Yeah.
It's one of those games
dude, that's what I was going to say next is I think Milan and Tottenham this year, like especially right now in this current form, I think they're both kind of like on par.
Yeah.
Like they're not playing amazing. They're not playing like absolute shit. They're kind of just making it.
Yeah. Well, I think even if they were both teams were firing from all cylinders and playing very well, I honestly feel like Milan and Spurs were always going to be like that good matchup just because like Milan isn't where they want to be yet team-wise, but they're still a formidable team.
Yeah.
And the same with Spurs. The Spurs obviously are a good team on paper and stuff like that, but they're not where they want to be,
Yeah, they're not where they expect themselves to be. And like Milan, they're still, they still have the same team from last year. They were the champions of Italy.
Yeah.
So I think right now they're just kind of trying to find what's gonna work, and I don't think Pioli's the fucking coach for them because I think he's just making it worse right now.
Yeah. You mean Ibra saying that he's the number 1 player on Milan and he's a god?
I'm telling you, Ibra's the reason why Milan did good last year, why they won last year, and he's the only reason he's still there is because they don't want to let him go because they know if he leaves, that team's falling apart.
Yeah, but I'm sorry,
he's what holds it together.
For me though, comments like that, I wouldn't. He's a good player.
I'll tell him to fuck himself.
Exactly.
That comment. No, I agree.
Comments like that, I feel like separate a dressing room because you look at what Giroud's doing, and Giroud's literally putting the team on his back.
Yeah.
You know, like right now, Giroud's
been out for
carrying it, and yeah.
Even all last year, the guy was out the whole season. He walks out with a cigar.
Yeah, dude. Like to me, it's like, I don't know, something like that would probably get to my head, but I don't know. Like with Ibra, I guess you kind of just let it go because you know how he is personality wise and what he offers in the change room.
Yeah. Now, but having him back now, probably at the best time going into Champions League. Do you think Ibra's good? Not even the depth wise, but do you think, you know, having him there now as like another option, you know, if whether he's starting and kind of giving Giroud a rest and having Giroud come on later, do you think that's like beneficial for Milan, or do you think now it's going to throw them off even more?
I think it is beneficial, only because again he may not be able to get the goals or create a goal or even command like what's the word. Like, he may not drag defenders out because he's not what he was. Yeah. You know, like, he's not
They might not look at him
as
a threat anymore.
Yes.
Okay, you know what, we got to, like, double coverage.
Yeah. But I do think he'll bring a different mentality, even a mentality that Giroud doesn't have. And Giroud's a World Cup winner. He's won all this other stuff, whatever. But Ibra just has this... I hate giving him this credit. He does have that lion mentality. Yeah. And I feel like that will transmit to the players, and they'll rile together for him. You know,
they'll kind of wake up and wake up, especially in Champions League, and say, okay, guys, no, this is, you know, we're here now. If we lose these 2 games, we're going home. Yeah. Like it's now or never. We got to wake up.
Who do you think comes away victorious in the first leg?
Milan in the first leg.
Milan is home as well. I don't know if that'll make or break your decision, but
I'm gonna say a draw. I'm gonna say a draw the first game. Yeah.
I feel like there's not like. In this round now, like draws only happen second leg. Yeah. So for me, I'm saying Spurs.
No, I think first game Milan's gonna have it early. They're gonna be all riled up, whether Giroud or Leao, someone's gonna score. You know, they're gonna get all amped up or be all over them, and then the Spurs second half is gonna score a goal and they're gonna tie the game. That's what I think. I think the first game's gonna be like that.
I feel like the Spurs are and themselves have a little bit of an injury crisis and suspension crisis. Yeah. Bentancur is now out for the season. Højbjerg, I butchered that name for sure. I just don't know how to say it. But he's suspended for this game, so that leaves their midfield kind of blank.
Yeah, kind of open there.
And like it's gonna be interesting to see what Conte goes with there.
Yeah. Milan's gonna have to win that game in the midfield.
They have to take advantage of that. But I don't know, man. It's a Conte side. It's like you said earlier. He knows Italian soccer. He knows it very well. And if it's one guy you'd bet on to beat Milan, it would be Conte. So that's why I think Spurs win. Conte. The next game that's happening as well, which everyone's going to be licking their lips for this one. We got PSG and Bayern as well. Dude,
I want to see PSG burn to the ground.
Well, they're missing Neymar.
Against Bayern.
They're missing Mbappe. Yeah. And there's a rumor that their coach is now going with a 16-year-old guy named Warren Zaire-Emery in the midfield because, again, like...
Ooh, do you think Mbappe's brother gets the call?
No, Ethan sucks. Yeah. He's just living off his brother's name.
He looks like him, man.
Yeah, he's living off his name. That's it. It's like that other Thuram that plays on Nice. It's not even good. When
Mbappe got subbed in at 17, I don't think anybody thought he was into anything crazy.
Yes, you're not wrong. Like, but I don't think Ethan Mbappe. That game honestly is going to be very fun to watch because both teams are decimated by injuries right now. So like it's going to be very interesting to see because like they're still strong even with their depth. They've met up 6 times with each other. Bayern's won 4, PSG won twice. Mm-hmm. So there's never been a draw amongst either of them. Yeah, PSG's also coming off a loss to Monaco.
I don't see a draw happening in that game.
Yeah, so there's definitely going to be a winner here.
Yeah. And PSG's at home tomorrow?
PSG is home tomorrow. Yeah. But they've been leaking goals. They haven't been able to keep any clean sheets in the last 5 matches.
Yeah, dude, I don't think PSG wins that game.
Maybe getting rid of Keylor Navas was the wrong idea. Maybe they should have got rid of Donnarumma.
Oh, Donnaruma's not the problem, man. It's just that defense is so shambolic. Like, I'm sorry, Marquinhos he's great, but I think he needs somebody.
He needs a Thiago Silva.
He needs a Thiago Silva. Yeah. Thiago Silva.
I agree with that.
Thiago Silva's form right now is better than Ramos. Ramos, he's just playing right now just because he's at PSG. Still, he's still at a relevant team. He can still win something. He's finally playing with Messi, and now he's come out and said that now he's played with the best player in the world.
Yeah, and he's just there for his French Renaissance, to chill. Literally.
He's just there, exactly. He's there to make his money, and then probably soon he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Spain and then go retire over there.
I know I may get attacked for saying something like this. I don't really rate Hakimi as much as everyone else does.
Hakimi is phenomenal, but he's not a right back.
That's what I would say. I would give him.
He is a perfect Conti 3-5-2
Yes.
mid motherfucker running down that. He's like Lichtsteiner, dude.
No, that's what I'm.
Forrest
that's what
Gump just
say.
running up. Okay, obviously he's better than Lichtsteiner. He's a lot quicker and he can score a lot more goals, I think, than him. But putting him at right back, you're exposed. It's like he's like a worse Marcelo defensively.
Yeah.
Because Marcelo, when you were playing Madrid, a lot of teams were saying, okay, we got to go down that left side because Marcelo attacks and he leaves gaps. Marcelo, though, was, as you got older, he would learn how to kind of not, like, he would learn when to push up and when, okay, let me push up, but not as much because I'm probably going to get, I need to get back just in case of a counterattack. And he was able to.
Zidane was also brilliant with telling, like, Varane to cover up for him, shifting.
And that's what I'm saying.
And that was peak Sergio Ramos.
The shifts and everything, they had that. Yeah. But with Hakimi, they're not doing that. And they've been exposed down that side because of him. Not saying he's bad. He's good defensively. But he's good. He's too good at getting up the field to have him restricted at the back. Yeah. And you're never gonna just kill a guy like that because he's way too fucking good.
Kind of like a Davies, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Davies is a great player, but I feel like if you had him like as a left wing back, left mid, in like a 3-5-2, like you were saying, I feel like that's where you get the best out of him. Because his speed is what makes up for his lack of defensive ability, just like Hakimi.
Yeah.
Like what makes them difficult to get by is if you get past them,
but
they'll easily just catch you.
Look at that play. That guy was running from like half. I was in the Bundesliga. I don't know who it was, but they were running, and then all you see is like Davies coming from like center, just completely tracking down all the way to the back, tackles, wins it. I'm like, man, like.
But that's what I mean. Like guys like that, like they don't. I don't think they're sound defensively that they'll win those 50-50s.
No, they rely on their speed.
But their speed is just so killer. And them in a 3-man backline as those wingbacks, I feel like that's where you get the best out of them.
Dude.
Right?
Make it 3-5-2, put Davies on one side, Hakimi on the other side. You're set for life. But
that is going to be the greatest attacking defense.
No one's as long as you got three solid. If you got like a BBC back there in their prime, buddy, that team's not losing a game.
I feel like you should say what a BBC is.
Bonucci, Barzali, and Chiellini, not what all you sick fucks are thinking. Get your head out of the gutter, man. Jesus Christ, sick people.
But Mane's also injured.
Mane
transition. Mane's injured. So I just want to talk about Bayern now and quickly give an overlay of them. Mane's injured, which again.
See, but
for some reason, who do they even have?
This is my predicament because even with mine is phenomenal, but I don't think Bayern they like this season they haven't been as much of a threat.
Well, that's what I mean. Like if you even look in the Bundesliga, like it's not they won 10 titles straight.
Yeah,
very impressive. I don't care if anyone says it's a dead league or whatever you want to say about that. That is still impressive to say the least. And I think that game it's gonna be like because realistically, okay, PSG does have Messi. Yeah. Still in attack. Let's not forget that he's the greatest of all time.
Bayern leaks goals, but who's going to be scoring? PSG leaks goals, but who's going to be scoring them for Bayern?
That's my biggest thing. I feel like
that's the only thing it's going to tear me from my decision.
Bayern wins the battle in the midfield, but I feel like that's the only battle they will win.
Do they though?
I mean, I think Kimmich, Goretzka, Musiala overpowers.
Okay, Musiala carrying that team.
Musiala's
Kimmich overrated. Goretzka ever since that
Kimmich is overrated.
Ever since that Champions League final, like he got jacked with that picture of the trophy, he's been like not the same at all.
He's losing weight, poor thing.
Jesus Christ, I feel like I haven't heard anything good about that guy.
Nah. Kimmich, I do think is a little. I think he has a high IQ, but I feel like he's a poor man's Lam. Yeah, like really poor man's.
I think people rated him exactly like Lam from
because
he's got this thing
the versatility he had. Right, he plays defensive mid, right back, like just like a Lam.
You're not the same.
No, you're not the same.
You're not at the same table as Lam.
Who do you think comes away with a draw? Do you think it's a draw? Win?
I don't think it's going to be a draw.
There's not going to be a draw in this game.
Somebody's
winning this game. PSG's also 17 games unbeaten at home.
I have to go with my magisterial masterclass friend.
You're going with the little boy from Rosario.
Lionel Messi. I have to go. I'm gonna go PSG win.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it, but I don't think they're gonna win the tie, the fixture, the draw.
Yeah, they won't come out of the.
But I don't think they're gonna lose tomorrow. I don't know, man. Bayern just their attack is just so meh. Like it really downgrade. Like, and that's the thing. They have Mane, who like I mean, for the age and everything, is like a step up from Lewandowski.
He's still good, yeah.
But like Lewandowski just fit that team so well, man.
He's a predator, man.
I don't know.
You cannot.
I mean, he still should have stayed there.
Yeah.
But he knew. What else was he gonna do there?
Yeah. No, he wanted a new adventure, and you can't doubt him for that. He went on good terms. He got them their money too. So
Who do you think?
Do have to agree with you.
You're saying PSG?
I think PSG wins, and I feel like it's gonna be like a 4-2. I know it's a little absurd, but I don't see PSG holding them down too defensively well.
No.
I see them conceding and leaking a goal or two, maybe even
4-2.
3, dude. Like I'm gonna be honest, I feel like this is gonna be one of those midfield and forward battles. You know, I don't think the defense or goalies are even gonna stand a chance. Jan Sommer is overrated. He only plays well for Switzerland.
That is true.
Guy robs everybody except that one highlight reel he has when he makes 7 saves straight with his toes.
But man, it's Champions League. He might come out to play.
But serious question. I don't know this. I don't know if you know this. But has he ever actually played in a knockout round of Champions League? Because he's played on Mönchengladbach for a while. But I'm trying to think recent times.
I think they have made it out of the group.
I don't think
they made it out once. Not
I
far,
know
like,
for sure Europa League for sure there. He's played knockout football.
Yeah, no, I'd have to try.
But I'm not too sure. That's something I want to look at actually.
Hey, get it. Could be his first.
Could be. It's the first for everything.
It was the first for everything.
Next we got Chelsea versus Dortmund. Fun fact, actually, they have never met each other.
Really?
And you know what? A little side note here. This is one of the things actually Florentino Perez and Agnelli mentioned.
Agnelli said, man,
with the Super League, that you have certain teams that are a standard, right? Chelsea, massive club.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, massive club, stuff like that. But then when you look, Dortmund too, big club in my opinion, great at growing and everything like that. But to look, and you could say Chelsea and Dortmund have never met. You know, I'm sure if you look through, there's probably multiple other teams that are of that stature that haven't met. And to me, it's just like, yeah, you know what? That would be more entertaining in a Super League.
Because they're both teams that have made Champions League pretty much every year.
Yeah,
like for as far back as I can remember.
Yeah.
Like they've always been in there, and like I'm surprised about that they've never met. I'm still shocked about that. That's crazy.
To me, I think that's gonna be the game.
Agnelli, man, he makes a good point.
Okay, here we go.
He makes a good point.
Regardless of that was a little side note. I think this is actually gonna be the game of this round.
Yeah. Because
both teams are decimated with injuries, but they still have those talents that are like game changers.
Doing pretty good though now.
That's what I mean. Like Dortmund's found their starting 11. They have Jude Bellingham.
Yeah,
he's actually
he controls the whole game,
and
you probably know this. As much as I hate England and their players, he is one guy.
No, he's very special.
He's different, man. The way he plays, like I honestly he has the potential to go down as like one of the best English midfielders.
You know what it is too?
Better than Gerrard, Lampard, all those guys.
Why I have the utmost respect for Bellingham is because he went abroad.
Yeah.
And I remember when Tammy signed for Roma, he even came out and said like it's very difficult for an English player to move abroad. It's very rare too.
Go look in the past.
That's what I mean. So like for him,
the ones that do it doesn't work out.
Yeah, for him to take the leap of faith and go abroad, go to Germany, go to Dortmund, that was literally a career move so he could grow, and I respect it.
Yeah,
he's doing very well,
and I think it was a smart move for him too. Like Dortmund's, like Dortmund and Ajax. I feel like the perfect teams if you're like a young guy and you're looking for playing time, you're looking to grow as a player. I feel like those two teams are like probably the best teams.
I think your perfect career path is you start on Ajax, grow, go to Dortmund, grow even more. Yeah. Then you could go to those big teams. Yeah. If you have a career path like that, you're gonna become a world beater. You're gonna be something special.
You look at him like he had offers last summer. He had offers the summer before. He hasn't jumped at them. He's staying put. He knows, man. He's not gonna jump and go to a team in the Prem, have all this pressure, and then let's say he can't live up to the hype or whatever his price tag is, and then it just ruins his career. He's taking it step by step. He did very well with England in the World Cup that just passed. Yeah. He's doing very well with Chelsea. So I mean, for him, like I do think in the summer he will move, but I just think like he's just been so good these last couple years, man.
I think this game itself, like I was reading that with Dortmund, they were never allowed to actually sell out their stadium completely. there was some sort of like restriction that they were only allowed. I'm not gonna say the number because I can't fully remember the number that they were like stuck at, but they weren't allowed to sell the yellow wall, which is that huge standing area behind where all like that fan stuff came from. Yeah. But now this is the first Champions League game, and I can't remember again the year. I want to say it was like 2008, 2010, something like that. That they're allowed to sell out everything. Oh wow! So now they're gonna have 81,000 people there. That is mental. And in saying that, Dortmund's undefeated in 8 matches. Graham Potter's still trying to figure out...
Chelsea's been not the greatest in 8 matches.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like they haven't even won away in 8 matches, Chelsea.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, like, for me, like, that's a huge thing. And, like, Graham Potter still hasn't figured out his starting 11. Respectfully, they did purchase a shit ton of guys.
Like, okay, so quick side note, like, just about the Chelsea. Do you think it's him or do you think it's the team?
I think it's the team. I don't think it's him because you got to look at what he did with Brighton, with a no-budget type of team.
But but that doesn't always mean they can do it on the big
No, I know that some coaches are meant for this and like some coaches are meant for that, and I do agree. But you see the way he was playing with Brighton, like it was very entertaining football, and it was good football. It was free-flowing and stuff like that. It's just more so, I feel like the pressures in Chelsea, it's the same with like Man City, same with United. They demand the success right away.
Why did you say Man U there?
That's why I stuttered actually. But regardless, like that's
no, yeah, they want you know to
what
win
I mean?
right
like,
there,
and that's the biggest thing with Graham Potter right now. Like, there's that expectation, like, oh yeah, you came here. It doesn't matter if you just signed 35 guys. Yeah. You're gonna make them gel right now, and you're gonna get the best out of them.
Yeah. Now does he get that start going in Champions League?
I say yes though.
Yeah.
I know I just bashed the shit out of Chelsea, but.
You think he's gonna get he's gonna start getting there, like that confidence back in Champions
Chelsea's
League?
The weirdest conundrum.
They are, man. When they won, who the fuck expected that?
But that's what I'm saying. They changed their coach halfway through the season. Thomas Tuchel, okay, brilliant coach, so obviously whatever.
Sure.
But still the principle, you don't change your coach halfway through the season and then go on to win one of the most coveted trophies in Europe. So that's why I feel like Chelsea's. Again, it goes back to our talk about Milan Spurs, the DNA. Mm-hmm. Chelsea has that DNA, and they're one of those teams that I think Chelsea beats Dortmund. Honestly,
and people talking to
and I
can
see them going for a run in there.
People talk Chelsea, they're all, they don't got no history, they don't got that, they're not, and okay, whatever. But hey, man, you can't look at it now and say they don't got that Champions League DNA, man. They've proved it in recent times. They're changing that history, and in Champions League, they're a team to watch out for. Yeah. And in that game, I think I gotta agree with you, man. I think Chelsea I think this is gonna be where they wake up, and I think it's gonna start off kind of a little bit slow for them, and they're gonna look shaky, and you're like, okay, here we go, another Chelsea game. But I think they're gonna pick they're gonna get a scrappy goal that's gonna give them that confidence, and they're gonna win that game by 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah. Once they get going, I feel like as long as they bench Kai Havertz.
Yeah, that's my starts I get it. He scored in 2 finals. He scored 2 clinical goals. But just fuck off and just bench him.
Mudrik's gonna be. I think he's gonna be the TSN turn.
Yeah.
Sorry, TSN. Don't copyright infringement me.
They go with him instead. He's gonna show them why he was why he costed them that much money.
Like Shevchenko.
Yeah, probably better than Shevchenko because Shevchenko was.
Shevchenko was sick, dude. Yeah, maybe not on Chelsea,
depending
but
who you ask.
Next we got Club Brugge and Benfica.
Fuck Benfica, they lose.
Al's very bitter, Benfica. And I made sure to put in the notes that they did super well in the group stage.
I know that, Joe. I see that.
I need to just remind Al that
fuck off.
The repercussions of Juve Benfica mudded Juve. Rafa had that whole team in a blender. But regardless of that, dude, I feel like this game's
this is why Juventus is a stupid club. Because all we had to do is come first, and we would first round, Club Brugge. What a better way to start off your round of 16.
You guys didn't even make it.
I know, because we're stupid. How do you
Who's the team
I'm
you
sorry,
guys
no
lost
disrespect to the teams.
I'm being serious. I'm not trying to chirp you. I actually don't. Was it Tel Aviv? No.
No. Oh my God. Not Maccabi Haifa.
Maccabi Haifa.
Maccabi Haifa. Fuck, I fucking remember that name. Oh my God. I tried forgetting that game, man.
No, dude, you're gonna remember
that beginning of the. Oh my God. Oh. I hated that.
I think we could.
I don't want to talk about Juve.
I was gonna say I think we could. Well,
Benfica, Bruges.
Yeah, I think we'll go over this quick because I don't want to give Al PTSD. Poor thing. He has an early morning.
I still like.
I think Benfica wins.
I think Benfica.
Benfica, yeah, they're they're in first place. They're doing good.
They're doing pretty good, I guess. Whatever. They're doing all right. Champions League, they're doing all right.
Bruges also has only one.
I hope they don't
get
made. Yeah, I can't really see Bruges coming and beat them, but I think that.
Well, you're wrong. They did have an impressive group stage. Yes. They did pretty well, dropping Atletico like that.
But still, seeing Benfica and seeing their position and how they're talking even Joe next door and he watches the Portuguese league religiously and he always says how good Benfica's having this they're playing this season, so I don't doubt them to win. I just
the
hope
Portuguese
they're
league is one
they're going to be out next.
I would love to get into. I feel like it's very entertaining, but
it's tough.
Because
the Prem's a little bit easier because the money and everything.
Yeah,
so you just watch these big names. That it's like you gotta like a team, or a player to watch the league.
Like a team, so
it's hard.
Portuguese league, send me recommendations who I should like. It's not gonna be Porto, Sporting, or Benfica though. Yeah, because all of them beat Roma.
I'm down too. Just don't give me a team that's gonna be the same as Joe, because I want to rival him too.
Yeah, like Real Ave we could support. Yeah. Next game we got Frankfurt and Napoli.
Oh. Bam! Napoli, baby. Napoli's my Champions League team.
Dude, the absolute scenes when Napoli goes to the finals and win it all.
And Cavaradona brings
and he just goes like this.
Dude, he brings Napoli a Champions League before Juve had one in the last 10 years.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, at
20
this
years,
point
actually.
in life, nothing surprises me.
I would love to see that though.
I think,
dude, Napoli this year, honestly, this is the perfect year if they are ever gonna win Champions League with the form that they're in. It's this year to win it because there's no team in Champions League. Even though Man City, PSG, look at the injuries they have.
Yeah,
they could potentially be knocked out early. Man City,
they have crazy.
Man City might be going to the EFL, so they're irrelevant in this.
Wrexham over City.
Yeah, oh buddy, I would love to go to
Wrexham
game.
Yeah, I'm
That'd be sick.
But
dude,
yeah, no, and you know what? In saying that too, I feel like they could concentrate a lot on Champions League because let's get real. And Serie A, they're running away.
They got it on lock, man.
Everyone also below them is shitting the bed. So they got knocked out of Coppa Italia as well. So what are they focusing on? Serie A and Champions League. Again, Serie A has a lock. So Champions League they could focus on.
Yeah, they can actually put not all their marbles, but majority of their marbles. Yeah, that was they're like City. How City was I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago when they played Chelsea in the final. City. They already had won the league so far back. Yeah. So the league they didn't even care about because they were like, hey, no one's catching us. And let's just put all our focus in Champions League. And I mean, they made it to the final, but they lost against they lost against Chelsea. That who knows how they got there.
It's Chelsea, dude. Again, they're the conundrum of Europe.
Somehow put it together and they fucking what a run.
I could think again we could agree with this. Napoli.
Yeah, no, Napoli. Frankfurt's a good team.
What's Frankfurt?
Look at last year. Look at last year, man. They won Europa League. They played amazing.
Yeah, that was the worst final.
I just think they're like
sixth place.
Who was it? Was it Sevilla that won the Europa League 7 times?
Yeah, 47 times straight. They
Sevilla,
celebrated getting knocked out of Champions League just so they could go win the Europa League again.
That was Sevilla.
What a bunch of dweebs.
Right?
Yeah, Sevilla. Sorry.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So Frankfurt is like this. Sevilla.
No, stop.
No. Not to say that they're going to that powerhouse in Europa League.
Yeah.
But they should have kind of just said, hey, maybe don't make that push for Champions League. Let's maybe drop to Europa League.
Yeah.
Because there they actually could have made a good run for it. And, I don't know. I just don't think Champions League... Hey, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think they're going to do it against Napoli.
No, I was going to say, I think Napoli...
I don't think they're gonna do anything, really.
I wouldn't bet my mortgage on anything.
Who's playing at home tomorrow?
Frankfurt. It's not tomorrow either. I believe
this one's next week. Yeah.
Then we got Liverpool versus Real Madrid.
Ooh, a little rematch from the finals.
You know what? Liverpool's never beaten Madrid, and that's gonna continue. Honestly, man, it's Ancelotti.
I don't think I want to say maybe Liverpool, but Liverpool's been shit this season too, man. Darwin Núñez. Dude, they've been absolutely horrible. And again, Champions League, they have Champions League DNA of making it to the finals like Juve, but they don't really do that well in winning the finals.
Dude, the best moment of their history was coming back against Milan that time.
Yeah. impressive. I loved every second of that game.
No, I was
Don't get me wrong.
That's when I actually had the utmost respect for Milan.
No,
I'm not lying, because I like their team.
Nah,
I didn't enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie.
You buddy.
Next year, though,
when you like a big team, it's hard liking another big team, Joe. You'll maybe figure it out one day. Maybe you start supporting the Magpies. But I really do think that Madrid is gonna pump Liverpool. I don't think it's gonna be a close game.
Roma's ahead of you, but anyways.
On a technicality.
Anyways, Liverpool's in a bad run of form. Madrid, okay, they're not doing as well as they should be or could be doing, but
again, Madrid Champions League.
Yeah, it goes together like peanut butter.
They got 15?
Yeah, it goes together like peanut butter and cocaine. Yeah,
it's a good mixture, man. It's good on a Sunday morning.
Gets you jacked up and it gives you some food.
It's like Red Bull.
Yeah, kind of actually, or like Prime.
Prime.
Don't invest in Prime.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by Prime, by the way.
Unless you want to sponsor us.
Yeah, if you want to sponsor the podcast,
or we could get
by all means.
Dolomia, I'd rather than.
So right now we got Dolomia.
Dolomia is crazy good. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think we're agreeing with this. Madrid.
Joe, come on. Okay.
Yeah. Courtois is injured, but I don't even think that matters. I think Ancelotti's going to go in now.
I don't like Liverpool. I wouldn't even say Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool versus Bruges.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Next game we got. I thought you were actually laughing for that long.
That was.
Take it easy, man.
Liverpool.
Next we got Inter versus Porto. The battle of Mourinho.
Oh, dude.
But they never met either.
I want to see Inter crumble. I don't care if they're an Italian team. I want to see Inter lose to Porto.
Well, I mean,
especially because the fact that all the times we lose to all the fucking Portuguese teams, and all I hear is Inter fans chirping that we lost to Porto, we lost to Benfica, we lost this. Now you're to see Porto play the worst game of their lives. They're not gonna be able to do anything against Inter.
I mean, they're both in second place in their respective leagues. Actually, I don't know.
I mean, Inter on a technicality, because we're in second place.
Regardless, they're both in second place right now in their league.
Yes.
Porto hasn't lost in 21 matches. Mm-hmm. That's some crazy shit. And they're not even in first. So that just shows you how sick Benfica is actually
and
right
how,
now.
That league's, man, is competitive.
That's what I'm saying. I want to get into it. But regardless, do you think that there's going to be, what do you think will set them apart? Do you think there's going to be a specific player that kind of decides it? Not decides it, but
I think it's going to be, I feel like Inter's going to come out that game there not pressing. They're gonna kind of try to hold the ball, hold it at the midfield, or kind of sit back and kind of
shitty Italian football.
Invite them in. But that's the thing, man. You can't do that against these Portuguese teams, because these Portuguese teams, they know how to play against Italian teams. They play very similar. Yeah. And when they come and attack you, I've seen it firsthand.
No, we know you did.
Do you remember that Juve Porto game 2 years ago?
Oh, they're gonna say Juve.
No, Juve Porto when he passed it off to Bentancur, Szczesny passed to Bentancur, and the guy took it right off in the second minute of the game. Yeah. Dude, when these guys press and they don't get tired. The way they were pressing the second minute of the game, they were pressing that in the 80th minute of the game.
Football heritage.
Dude, I think Inter's gonna come out wrong, especially because their coach stinks and he doesn't know how to line up a game. I think they're gonna come out wrong, and Porto's gonna get a goal early, and Inter's gonna be scrambling all game. I do not think Inter are gonna be able. I think they're gonna get exposed against Porto.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Fuck you. I'm kidding.
I don't know what it is. I don't trust Inter at all. I don't rate their coach at all. He makes reactive substitutions instead of proactive substitutions. He usually waits too long to make substitutions as well.
Yes.
I could go on forever about the many flaws Inter has. But I just feel like Inter has the better team, and that's where their quality will take over. Okay, not so much the better team, actually. Yeah. I think it's very even almost. But I just think individual qualities will come out. Mm. And honestly, reason I asked you that question was because I think the biggest deciding factor for that game is going to be, and I hate saying this, I think it's going to be Dzeko up top. Out of everybody on that field,
I was going to be anybody.
If it's going to be anybody, I think it's going to be him. He has that experience.
It'll be Dzeko.
From Roma, of course. But he has that top level experience. He knows what to expect. I'm not even gonna say Lukaku. I think Lukaku's useless.
No, yeah,
always thought that.
That guy's not doing anything.
You know, and I think Dzeko is the right man that you'd want in a situation like this, and I think he'll be the reason. Like, he'll be the one that separates Inter and Porto. So that's why I'm going with the Inter, big guy.
And Lautaro has been doing good ever since the World Cup, like coming back. Like,
ever since he missed.
In the World Cup, he looked like he was scared and couldn't shoot a ball and didn't know how to finish. And then now he comes back and it's like, oh, guys, look, I'm actually pretty good. Like, where was that during the World Cup?
Yeah, he's still a bum. I still don't like Lautaro Martinez.
But he has been. I don't like him that much either. Yeah. But he has been playing good. I'm gonna say if he's playing good, he's been playing good. Lukaku's been horrible, like always. So I don't think he might get subbed in, but I don't even think that he makes a difference at all.
But I think I'd rather.
I do agree with the Jekyll thing. He's gonna be the one that they're gonna be finding. They're gonna be targeting. Yeah. And if Inter score or when they score, and I think it'd be more if. He's going to be that guy.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think Porto come out of this game.
Well, I'm going to say Inter. So I'm disagreeing with you. Dude.
Yeah, no problem. Relax. We don't got to agree on everything.
Then we got Leipzig City. This will be the last fixture in Champions League. We're not going to talk about Europa League.
No, we don't want to talk about Thursday nights. It's already enough heartbreak. We got to watch it. We don't want to talk about it on Thursday.
Al still has PTSD.
I've never been on Thursday night.
You never watched Thursday night football.
It's so long.
I'm used to it. So that's why for me it's just another day. Leipzig versus City. And I feel like this game, a lot of people are going to be going for City right away.
Oh, yeah. Dude, a lot of people already are going for City. And, like, you know, you think rightfully so. Like, yeah, it's going to be City or whatever. But, like, it's not going to be an easy, like, fixture for them. I don't think so, dude. Man.
And, like, yes, Leipzig's missing a lot of their key guys. Gulashi's out. Dani Olmo's out. And Kunku's still out. I think he's already in Chelsea. Yeah. Olmo, like, whatever. All these guys are out. But I think they have like that overall tactical discipline where City lacks it.
Yeah.
I think the $1 million person is going to be obviously Erling Haaland because he has the experience in the Bundesliga and stuff like that. But I don't think this game is going to be as difficult. As easy as people.
The game happens like 5-1.
Yeah, I was going to say not me like my. Well, I mean when City did beat Leipzig, I think it was like 6-2 or something like that, and then Leipzig won like 2-0 or 2-1. In saying all of that, I'm still gonna go with City now because I don't want to be ridiculed and be told I'm an idiot.
I get what you're saying. It's Leipzig, like they still have a great team every year. Like the players they have, like even though they are missing some of these stars,
it's a talent factory as well.
They're still gonna like the other guys on their team will step up. They're one of those teams that they have stars now. They've had guys. These guys aren't stars that came there. These guys are stars that, they weren't stars and they became them at
look
Leipzig.
At Andre Silva. He was technically deemed like a flop.
Yeah, and then he went there. And
now he's doing well.
Now he's actually doing well. These guys here, same thing. And you have other guys that are eventually, they're younger. They're going to be the next up and they're going to want to prove themselves.
Yeah.
So Leipzig will use these guys and you know what? Hey, dude, I've seen crazier things happen, man.
Turbo Timo with the
I saw Roma beat a prime Barcelona. Who the fuck thought that was happening? Me. I won a lot of money that day.
Me.
Thanks to my friend Joe.
I said it. I predicted it all.
I know you did. But you always predict Roma winning. That never happens. But Leipzig could be, like, they can be that team. Are they, do you know if they're playing, are they playing at home?
Yeah, Leipzig's home.
Leipzig at home? Like, hey, that you know what? That first game.
Home field advantage is a crazy thing.
I'm gonna say draw.
Oh.
I'm going to say Leipzig, but...
I thought you were actually going to say Leipzig. I'm not
City's just way too much of a fucking powerhouse.
That's the thing.
I think they're going to get a draw.
City's just going to be like that unpredictable to me. Like, yeah. I can't
You don't know what you don't know which city you're getting.
Yeah, you could get the most absurd shitty
You can get 7-1 City that are like, hey, hold my dick. We're gonna score now.
Pure
and you guys are going to touch the ball.
Class, yeah.
Or you get the City that they're gonna draw 1-1 or 0-0, or they're going to lose 1-0 and they can't score all game. Yeah. Like you do not know, especially this season.
Haaland is also doubtful.
Yeah,
of course.
I still think he'll play. I feel like he's always. I always see him doubtful, and I see him playing.
I feel like for the last 5 years, I've seen like that's a very Haaland is doubtful.
Common occurrence with Haaland.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very common thing with him.
But yeah, so you're saying?
So I say draw. I say draw. I'm
locking that in.
I'm locking it in. Locking a draw in, man.
I'm locking in City still.
Yeah, I would think so.
Nice, Kevin De Bruyne.
Nice.
On that note, I feel like we always end our podcast by saying
on that note. Well, you know? But on that
note,
I think
of talking about ending it,
I think Champions League done because I don't want to talk about Europa League. Yeah. I still got to process it. These next 2 nights, I'm gonna be in bed, just kind of in the fetal position, thinking about. Okay,
I could send you a nice.
Do pillow. I have to do I what is the game at 9:00 in the morning? Is it the same times? How does this work?
Yeah, I'll send you a pillow. You put it between your legs and you cry into it. It's like one of those long sausage pillows.
The ones that it's like the body pillows.
It's very good.
At nighttime.
It's very good for Thursday night football.
Hold on, can I ask? Did you draw anybody on it?
No. I think Totti on it, but that's it.
Is he wearing a Totti jersey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
On that note, we gotta end things, guys.
Guys. I don't know what this was actually.
Joe's trying to throw up gang signs on the thing, trying to get us canceled.
Sorry,
guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Ultras11. If you haven't checked out our merch yet, don't forget to check that out at, well, not but UltrasXI.com. And guys, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you,
Joe.
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you later.
Have a good Champions League week.
Take care.
Ciao.